This video is sponsored by Tisby Custom Software Solutions. Call the number on your screen and use the keyword Outta here for a $1,000 credit toward your next Tisby project. I was initially going to center this video around what happened to Brandon Webb, but what happened to him can be answered pretty easily: shoulder injuries. Just look at his baseball reference page. 6 full seasons, 1 Cy Young Award, and 2 second-place finishes. He was at the top of his game heading into 2009, but would only pitch 4 more Major League innings. While I'll touch on Webb's injury history and comeback attempts, I want to focus more on just how great of a pitcher he was during his brief career and what could have been if his career wasn't cut short. My name is Bobby, and welcome back to Stat Stories. Shoutouts to Baseball Euphoria, Jancy, Wild Animals, and Cam Reese for suggesting this video. Let's start with some background info. Brandon Webb was an 8th round pick of the Diamondbacks in the 2000 draft out of the University of Kentucky. The 6'3" right-hander used a sinker in the upper 80s as his primary pitch, while also throwing a curveball in the mid-70s and a changeup close to 80 miles per hour, though the sinker is the pitch he would become known for, as you'll see with some ground ball rates in just a bit. After 2.5 seasons in the minors, Webb would make his MLB debut on April 22, 2003. A few days later, he would make his first Major League start, throwing 7 shutout innings against the Mets, allowing just 3 hits and 1 walk, and also striking out 10 batters. Webb would go on to have a very good rookie season, and his .284 ERA was the 6th best in the majors. A big part of his success was his ability to induce ground balls, posting the 2nd highest ground ball rate among starting pitchers behind fellow sinker ball pitcher Derek Lowe. But across his entire career from 2003 to 2008, Webb's ground ball rate was the highest in the majors among qualified starters, just ahead of Lowe. Back to 2003 though. You'd think Webb would have won Rookie of the Year, but win-loss record was still valued for pitchers at the time, and his 10-9 record only gave him a 3rd place finish behind the 14-6 Dontrelle Willis and Brewers outfielder Scott Podsednik. Webb's sophomore season was an odd one, as he had a respectable .359 ERA with over 200 innings pitched, but his strikeout percentage went down, while his walks went through the roof, allowing the most free passes in the majors, and also throwing the most wild pitches. 2004 was the year the Diamondbacks went 51-111, and they had poor defense, so while Webb allowed a lot of base runners and runs, he didn't allow a ton of earned runs. 2005 saw Webb post a very similar ERA to 2004, but this time with far fewer walks. Honestly, not too much I want to talk about with this season, and that's because 2006 marked the start of Webb's 3-year stretch as one of the best pitchers in the game. 235 innings pitched, 2nd best in the majors. A good strikeout rate for a sinker ball pitcher, the lowest walk rate of his career, and the 5th best whip in the majors. This culminated in a .310 ERA, which ranked 4th, but that number could have been lower if not for his final start of the season, where he allowed 7 earned runs in just 4 innings. Webb was named an All-Star for the first time, and at one point pitched 30 consecutive scoreless innings. And to top it all off, he would win the NL Cy Young Award in a pretty close race against Trevor Hoffman. He would follow up his award-winning season with another terrific year in 2007. His strikeout and walk rates both went up, but otherwise it was a very similar year to 2006. He even had another lengthy scoreless streak, this time going 42 innings without allowing a run, and over that stretch, he threw 3 straight complete game shutouts. Unfortunately for Webb, he would miss out on that year's Cy Young Award, as Jake Peavy was a cut above the rest that year. Seriously, Webb had the 2nd best ERA in the majors, and Peavy's was almost half a run better. In the final full season of Webb's career, he would once again finish runner-up for the NL Cy Young Award, this time with Tim Lincecum as the winner. There's not too much to say about the season, but he did have a really bad string of starts towards the end of the year, allowing 6 earned runs in 4.2 innings, 6 runs in 3.1 innings, and then 7 runs in 5.2 innings. Otherwise, just another solid year for Brandon Webb. So over this 3-year stretch from 2006 to 2008, Webb was one of the top 3 pitchers in baseball. His earned run average ranked 3rd, and if you're into other run prevention metrics, he was 3rd in FIP and 1st in xFIP. I already mentioned how Webb was a master at inducing ground balls, and to go along with that, he was great at limiting home runs, as only Chin-Ming Wong had a lower home runs per 9 inning rate. The other big part of his appeal was his durability, as Webb threw the most innings in the majors during this span, including 12 complete games and 7 shutouts. And to put his Cy Young finishes into perspective, here is every pitcher who finished first or second for the award in 3 consecutive seasons. Hall of Famers Jim Palmer, Greg Maddux, Pedro Martinez, and Randy Johnson, future Hall of Famers Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer, and Brandon Webb. It's worth mentioning that prior to 1970, voters only voted for one player instead of a top 3 or top 5. But still, Webb is in some rare company here. But now, we must bring up the sudden end to his major league career. Opening day, 2009. Webb would only pitch 4 innings against the Rockies and didn't pitch all that great. He would be sent to the injured list the next day with shoulder bursitis, which is inflammation of a bursa and would make it extremely painful to complete a throwing motion. Webb would have to undergo shoulder surgery that year, but the D-backs would pick up the club option in his contract in hopes he would be ready at some point in 2010. But Webb would miss all of 2010 while rehabbing and would then sign a 1-year contract with the Rangers. Things are starting to look up a bit as Webb would pitch at AA Frisco in May 2011, his first pitching appearance in over 2 years. Over 4 games with the team, he would struggle and have to undergo another shoulder surgery. He would hit the comeback trail once again, but in February 2013, Brandon Webb would officially retire almost 4 years after the last time he pitched in the majors. Webb only pitched 6 full seasons in the majors, and you have to wonder what could have been if it weren't cut short. He was going into his age 30 season in 2009, and it's reasonable to think he would have had another 5 or 6 seasons as at least an above-average pitcher. If he continued to be a Cy Young contender every year, then the Hall of Fame seems like a possibility. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, I feel part of why Brandon Webb is forgotten now is because he didn't play the 10 seasons necessary to be on the Hall of Fame ballot. Even if he had no shot of getting in, you still get to see and hear his name and remember his career. On the other hand, Webb will at least be remembered for winning a Cy Young award and will be remembered in Arizona for essentially pitching his whole career there. But after watching this, I hope you will remember the terrific but brief career of Brandon Webb as well. And if you want your business to be remembered, you need a top-notch technology partner. TISB specializes in solving complex business problems with smart, well-designed software solutions. By providing its technical expertise, TISB's goal is to help businesses reach their full potential by focusing on database-driven solutions, enterprise information systems, and mobile application systems. TISB's team has broad expertise in solving artificial intelligence and deep learning problems as they apply to business tasks. So if you're a business looking for your permanent technology partner for your digital transformation, call the number on your screen and mention the keyword Outta here for a $1,000 credit toward your next TISB project. And visit www.tisb.com for more information. Before you go, I was recently a guest on the 27 Down Sports podcast talking about the MLB draft among other topics, so go check them out, link in the description and in the comment that I've pinned. So thank you for watching and comment below if there are any other players you want to see covered like this. Leave a like, share this video with all your friends, and hit that subscribe button to help the channel continue to grow. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.